Good morning, friends. It is March 30th and I wanted to show you guys what I have going on in the garden this year. It's going to be a little different, so I'm going to give you a little tour. So this year we decided that we're going to try out raised beds, and we've got 3 built so far. We've got about $200 in these 3 beds. They're like 4 by 8 feet. And we plan to add 3 more before planting season is over. But between the wood and the dirt, about $200 is what we've got here. So we are doing square foot gardening this year, really packing our plants in. So right here, I've got onions, 3 different kinds of onions going on. This whole row right here is all spinach, and I forget, I think it was like lettuce, and I think it's like 4 lettuce you can get in a square foot. So that's our lettuce. My green beans are going to be here, but it's not time to plant those quite yet. We've got some peas here, and I'm actually going to have a cattle panel arch right here, so I've got peas on this side as well. And they're both going to grow up that and possibly meet in the middle. We shall see. I'm going to have green beans right here as well, so that they'll do the same thing, another arch, and my green beans will connect. And then tomatoes are going to probably be beside them and growing up those arches as well. We'll attach it to those. And I've got some little bit of carrots going on in here. They're still teeny tiny, but I've kind of got some squares of carrots here and there, kind of squeezed in. And then in this box we have cabbage. So here's a nice big pretty cabbage. I started these in a milk jug when my garden planner told me it was time, and I had several of them, enough for this box, and I forgot to water them, so most of them died. I have a few that stuck around and are okay, but I had to go ahead and wait until time to plant them outdoors, and I've seeded them, and they're really not taking off as well as I had hoped. Some of the squares have them, some don't, but we've got cabbage. Through the middle here we've got a whole row of broccoli, and then I have a whole row of, I believe, spinach is right there, which is another one that's growing really slow. But that's what we've got going on. And I'm going to take you over here and show you my milk jugs and how I start seeds. So these are my milk jugs. You cut them in half, you put dirt inside, and you start your seeds in there, and you duct tape them up. Well, I can't get it to focus inside there for you guys. There we go. But this one is tomatoes, I believe. Ozark pink tomatoes. We've got pepperoncinis inside that one. I've got, let's see, a mortgage lifter somewhere as well. Where are those at? Cherry tomatoes. Those ones are doing pretty good. Here's a mortgage lifter. Got several boxes of these. So we've got all of our tomatoes and peppers going right now. And really this weekend, if I have time, it's time to start my green beans in these. I've got several of these in the house I've been keeping. So I'll be starting green beans. I'll be starting all my different kinds of squash, and I forget what else. Possibly cucumbers. I don't remember if it was time for them or not, but I'm going to check my Clyde's garden planner and get those started at some point this week, as soon as possible. But this is definitely my favorite method. I do have to remember to water them. These are nice and moist still, and these have been out here for at least 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, I think it's been about 2 weeks, and they were still moist, so they don't need to be watered yet. But definitely keep an eye on them if you do this, and don't let them dry out like I did my cabbage and let them die.